The Joe Rogan Experience.
Because I'm obsessed with David Goggins. This is all your fault.
Stay hard.
This is what I do to my mother. I'm like, Mom, we have to meditate. She's, I don't want to meditate. Mom, we're going to meditate. And then in her mind, meditation is prayer, right? Because she's very Catholic. So you sit and you pray. And I'm like, and I'll get her to come and sit. And then I put on David Goggins. And he's like, if somebody tells you can't do something, you tell them go fuck themselves. And you do it. And my mother's like, Jesus, turn this off. This is awful. Why does he have to curse?
Want me to read you what David Goggins sent me on my birthday?
I'm obsessed with him.
He's an awesome human
I
being.
send it to my nephew all the time in place because I want him to get, like, when he gets down on himself, we always get hard on ourselves.
He's an awesome human being.
He's amazing.
Because there's not a lot
David,
of those out there.
I love you.
There's not a lot of those out there. This day, 54 years ago, you took your first breath. When taking that first breath, it made you eligible to die. I hope you're not enjoying your day by sitting on the fucking couch with your feet up. Hopefully you're out there somewhere suffering, talking to that inner bitch. See, Joe, the inner bitch loves motherfuckers' birthdays. Why?
I'm so jealous.
Because it makes you an even bigger bitch. Because we feel it's our special fucking day. So we can just chill the fuck out. Most people wake up to just exist on this planet. So, Joe, if you haven't gotten the fuck after it yet, maybe you should. 5 exclamation points.
I'm obsessed with him. I love you, David.
Happy fucking birthday. 5 exclamation points. Goggins out. 6 exclamation points.
I love him. I listen to his book, driving. I go crazy. I've listened to his book like 3-4 times.
That's the greatest birthday messages I've ever gotten in my life.
It really is. That's fucking amazing.
I hope
but
you're
he's
suffering.
right.
He's like, I hope you're suffering.
It's exactly right because that's what we do. Like you took your first breath to know that you can take your last. Like
something you're eligible to die, motherfucker.
The only proof of life is death. So it's so
you gotta suffer.
You have
to. The people I know that are the most miserable don't suffer on purpose.
Right, and that's like we were talking about working out and shit like that. Like I have depression, obviously. I don't know. Comics get it. Are you on that? Do you get depressed?
No.
See, you're one of those. That's Andrew too.
I'm not depressed because I force myself into.
Okay.
Well, also I don't have the chemistry for it.
I think I do.
I don't have like depression in my family. It's
yeah.
not. But also, I've been very physically active since I was young. And there were studies that was done, like we pulled it up the other day, the thing about the difference between the effectiveness of SSRIs versus the effectiveness of like regular rigorous exercise. Mm-hmm. They're very similar. And some studies they've shown that regular rigorous exercise is more effective than SSRIs.
I
in
agree
reducing,
100%.
I think it's variable, right? Like the way
depending
you
on
feel,
how bad
your
the person
baseline,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Your baseline biologically is different than Jamie's. It's different than mine. Everybody has a different genetics.
Yes.
There's a different baseline. So it's like no one can ever say the way you feel is the way they feel because they have no fucking idea.
Exactly.
Which
Every
is part of the
person's different.
problem, right? Which is part of the problem when they prescribe medication. They don't know how you feel.
Yeah.
So they're trying to guess. And they're like, okay, are you self-indulgent? Is this guy a fucking hypochondriac? Is this guy really depressed? Like, is he really on the verge of suicide because there's a chemical imbalance? Or maybe his girl broke up with him and he's being a bitch. Like,
maybe he's just down.
Right.
He's not getting after it the way David Goggins
maybe
tells
he's just
you to.
lazy, sitting around playing video games all day, drinking Mountain Dew, and he feels like shit. Maybe there's that.
There's that.
When a person feels like shit, it's hard to know if you're just an outside objective observer. It's hard to know why they're feeling like shit.
100%. I can remember, and I always feel terrible for my nieces and nephews because they have too much time and they have too much space. Like growing up in my mother's house, there's 10 of us, 12 of us, whatever, in a 3-bedroom row home, 2.5 technically. But so
explain a row home to people.
A row home, if you've seen Rocky, like the houses are all connected.
Have you seen Rocky? Have you seen Rocky?
Who doesn't watch Rocky? David Goggins, huh? Anyway.
I watch Rocky 45 times a day. Rocky was soft.
Round 11, motherfucker. Okay, so like he breaks it down to the round. It's the best. But anyway, he so my thing is like we were on top of each other. Like I do a joke about being in the room with my brothers. There really was 7 of us sleeping in one room. It was me and all my brothers. And then my sisters were in the middle room and my mom and dad were course, in the back room till my dad left. And then my little sister went in there because she was, where's Daddy? Anyway, that's a whole sad story. But anyway, so we were on
Jesus
top of each
Christ.
other. And I can remember days being like sad. And I'd be under the table, like crying, holding my dog, being like, no one loves me, right? I don't know why. My brothers would be like, get up, get out, right? So I would just go play softball or go swim or whatever I was doing, And so I kept active. Then there was like an adult time where when I got into my 20s where I stopped doing that. I wasn't playing softball all the time, and it started getting worse. Like I would immerse myself in work or little things like that, but I wasn't working out until I started the wrestling and really working out. That fucking helped so much. When I get down, and I know I joke about Goggins, but I'm serious when he says, "Get the fuck up and get after it." It's that little moment when you don't want to go is the best you'll feel after you go.
Yeah, people like him are fuel. There's
100%.
people like Jocko Willink, Cameron Haynes, David Goggins. Those people are fuel. You know, what they're letting you know. Then I hope I'm like a bridge to fuel. Because like I do what they do, but I'm not as savage as they are. You
do it. You are definitely more than a bridge, but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
You're
it's like
fuel
I want to
too.
let everybody know that like
You're not fire,
I
you're
feel
fuel.
all those same feelings that you feel too.
Yeah.
Like even though I work out, one of the things that Goggins said to me, and he goes, "Don't think I don't want to procrastinate." He goes, "Sometimes
We all do.
I see my shoes, the running shoes, I stare at those motherfuckers for a half hour before I put them on."
Same. And every time he says it, I'm like, I know.
He goes,
I know.
"But I always put them on. Watch the entire episode for free only on Spotify.